These are the best highlights from the matchup between T1 and Top Esports during the grand finals of the 2024 Esports World Cup.
So far, it is control here for Top Esports, as now Faker is looking for a solo kill. He flashes over the damage of the rocket jump, and now the minions are doing so much work. First blood picked up with the help of his friends, and Cream on the board so early. We had trying to get back some control, but you can see the gold lead starting to stack up as the magical journey is very short. Cosmic Binding's going to come through still. The flash forward, and TN is going to help Mako try and lock down this kill onto the bar. There's the last auto, and there's the second kill for Top Esports.
So much value coming out, and now Guma is in so much trouble. He has sums, but no one there to help him. This is a really easy dive.
Well, let's see what they can actually do here, how clean it's going to be as he dashes through the turret. Mako tanks it up, and it is absolutely free here for Top Esports, picking up the...
Already puts Tristana in a great spot, and this puts a lot more pressure on T1 for the second one. Owner coming over here now, Faker rushing over as fast as he can, potentially to help contest this, but with the Renekton so close by, it's going to be tough. Looking for a smite.
Yep, Tian moving in. There is the smite, so Owner is going to pick up one of them. 369 getting in here. There's the grasping roots as Daisy pops up. And she is going to help out, taking this final grub. That is going to be that, 2-1. So T1 at least managed to get that boost of experience there by taking one of the grubs.
They can move towards that dragon. They obviously lost out when it came to the grubs overall. And with this pressure, you can see bot and mid. They're going to try and make a gank happen, though.
Yeah, Carrier comes on over with the magical journey, flashes through the Winter's Bite as now Jackie Love's in so much trouble. Gumayushi's gonna pick up the first one for T1, and that's exactly who you want the money going to. As now Tien looking to try and answer as Faker under his inner turret. That's a very optimistic gank, but they're still going to get so much free time with this outer.
They want to get something out of it. Unfortunately, Daisy not going to have the same explosive impact as the ult coming out from Owner. That's how you want to use that. Meanwhile, Faker...
yeah, Arrow comes in. Owner is going to turn up, though. They do manage to get the plants out as Cream. He's slowed down, but he's out of turret range, and that is going to be the successful kill onto Faker.
With just the cost of maybe a plate and some minions, but going down eventually there. And yes, it's a massive farm lead for Owner, but we saw this against Genji when Tian was playing this Ivern. It doesn't matter how far behind you fall.
Game goes on. T1's going to have to find some explosions here in the mid-game. This is not necessarily looking like it's going their way, though, as Zeus fighting with 369. Daisy gets amongst it. She should be able to get a knock-up here as the flash comes in. The all-out is down as well, but I think Zeus is going to struggle to get himself out of this. Does get the shield back, but still, he's going to be taken out. Teleport a little bit late here, but it's still coming through as Faker wanting to clean this one up. The big one comes down. Flash comes out from 369. There's another rocket does come on through, but Daisy is just being so frustrating here for the Yordle. Does get the 50 goal, but Tien is still chasing after him. A few more autos. There's the flash. Phosphorus bomb, and it doesn't matter. Tien just gets it.
Man, the power of Daisy in that skirmish, and it's just so frustrating to deal with. The constant damage, blocking, managed to survive and get away.
And this turret mid?
With the red just orders down, and yeah, red is, mid lane is doomed as well.
2 turrets, 2 teleports, a kill in the top lane, and with the all out, but just ends up getting chunked down. 369, so much damage output, and then Faker coming in with a late teleport here. It's so late that 369 can then flash this and look.
Could be an avenue in some of these fights if the Tempered Fates are good, because they can really disrupt, allow that Zeri to start to get going, and maybe that's the opportunity. The thing is, I don't know whether they're ever going to get to team fights. You're exactly right, Wolf. Like,
he's
just destroying all these turrets.
It's a second turret. He picked up so many plates. He just cashed out a Cole. He's got unlimited money at 14 minutes into the game as the plates fall. He doesn't care.
100 gold.
Yeah. Then now Zeus isolated here. Faker has to come over.
Yeah, meanwhile, under the bottom side, it is going to be 369. Oh, he catches the arrow, and Jackie Love is able to take down Owner from downtown. Oh, that's just unfair. They're still able to keep pushing forward, but that is damage done. And T1 are going to still try and trade, right? Because they lost an inner turret on the top side. They are priced into this, but they're going to run out of minions. And now 369's going for it.
Oh, no!
Lens comes in. He gets cut up. It is going to be the turret falling, but was it worth it? I don't think so. Faking out desperately, trying to defend this inner, but that one's going to fall at the same time. And boys, I think we can call this one.
I think this one's done so.
It's such a rough trade for T1. It looked like.
And his opponent, his lane opposition, is on 2.5, looking to get a third very soon here. Tristana is so much more relevant, can take these turrets out so quickly, give further map control. And it's a product of the draft, but it's a product of Top Esports just getting these early leads, being so proactive with it. I mean, this was a great draft, we all agreed, but we didn't think it was going to be this one-sided with it. Nearly 6,000 gold the advantage here at 16 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, loaded it. And the fact that the Tristan is so strong and the Ivan has a lot of gold. Now, they are looking for 369 on the top side, but the wave's gone.
Yep, that's it's a lot of people up here. And the Crocodile, like you say, doesn't have a lot of minions to contend with, but there is Shelly that's going to pop her way in. An arrow is going to sail by as the Magical Journey is going to be there. Carrier gets his way out with the Magical Journey, but meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Zeus is getting the same treatment. He does have access to his all-out as TN looks to try and get him. There's the kill in the 1v3. The man still got it as he dashes over the wall. Still, Cream's got a rocket jump. He'll be able to follow it up. Bottom lane, and a 1-0 in top.
Yeah, and it's going a lot better for T1 now. On the back of that, they should be able to get this tier 2 in the top lane. They got the tier 1. They answered back with a kill on the bot lane, so it's something at least, but still at a huge deficit.
Less and less relevant with luxury items like that being built up. Still T1 looking for a team fight. Mako throws down the door, and the arrow is going to connect once again. It's on to Owner as he's taken down to half health. The redemption comes in and he has nowhere to go. Knocked into the sky and taken down. There's a fight on the bottom side of the map as well, as Gumayushi has to ult just to try and defend this inhibitor turret pre-20 minutes. Faker now fighting against 369, keeps himself alive as Zeus is there, as his defender. 369 almost getting there. We pop back and Faker is able to end it in the end. Still, that was real dicey, and they had to invest as
well in this game as a Corki into a Braum, into an Ivan. So much of your damage can be blocked.
Oh, there's a Tempered Fate, though. They're going to look to see whether they can grab themselves a pick. The extended beam comes in, but Jackie Love just flashes away. The arrow comes through, and Zeus is the one taking all of the fire. Generally, that's an okay thing for the tank, but they have so much damage that he just melts. And now Top Esports freely move over towards a 30-second-old Baron.
We've seen what Carrier can do to turn these games around, but unfortunately this time on the bar, they catch Jackie Love, but the follow-up damage isn't there. All he has to do is flash away. Top Esports complete control here.
Yeah, Baron is going to be secured. They might be able to get themselves a little bit of a kill off the back end, but it's not even going to happen. T1 needing everyone alive so that
real chance there to finish him off. And now Top Esports, Baron in hand, getting their third dragon, one away from Soul. Everything's going in their favor.
Yep, I think we knew that T1 weren't going to be able to contest for this dragon. Baron then going to be utilized.
Fend.
Yeah, and look at these explosive charges. So much damage onto this turret. It is just gone. Nothing that T1 can do. They have to completely pull the trigger and fully commit to a fight if they want to try and stop this, as the arrow is going to be carried alongside the Valkyrie, and that will allow Faker to keep himself alive there. But I don't think they're going to stop. This siege is going to continue forward, and they can do so comfortably with the fact that Cream is so huge, and Tien can give him those little pockets of safety with these brushes. And oh my goodness, the explosive damage is absurd. Jackie Love is going to tank the Tempered Fate and isn't too worried about it. Now Nexus turrets are just falling left, right, and center. Only one remaining here as Top Esports, an absolute statement here in game number 1. Here's that last-ditch effort for T1, but it is too little, and it is going to be too late as Top Esports, they should make quick work of this last remaining turret and then get to work on the Nexus. Absolute domination from the undefeated team here at EWC. And is that going to continue? A 1-1 in the series.
And it's such a stark contrast from game 1, where mid was the only lane which you could potentially win based on how it's played. A hallmark of MSI.
First strike gold, always going to be really nice as well when you're pushing in like this, as Owner will secure the smite.
Yeah, you can see heal actually going to be invested here as well, as the Winter's Bite really helping the concussive blows. As there's the flash, nicely done from Owner to get him towards
really fast take of these plates, and then you can see Owner heading over and taking away some of Tian's jungle in return. Meanwhile, in mid, Faker having a pretty large lead there as well, has the level advantage, has the buffed electrocute on this patch to continue putting the harass on. Here comes that TP. This has been a disaster a few times.
And he thought that they'd backed as well as, oh dear. Okay, that is first blood going over to Jackie Love as Mako tanks up the turret happily. And look, we've seen that one before, guys.
Yeah.
Third time.
On this journey, but part of the power of this pick is just you go Darn Shield, you go Fleet Footwork, you go second wind, you gotta just shake it up. And now Zeus does have flash here, but might be in trouble.
Yeah, the teleport didn't work out. Let's see whether the flash does as he gets Bramble smashed back. Faker is here though, the teleport very early on, and now it's 369 that might be overextended. The charm doesn't land though, Orbit Deception, fair bit of damage onto T1, and if anything, Faker has just saved his top laner, but can they actually find something more? As the Foxfires come on in, 369 going to be the first target, he gets under the turret, but the charm will find him, and now T1's moved the wrong way. He wants to take a ward for his trouble, but he will burn down instead.
The second charm hits and Faker's teleport. A bit of farm here, but he was already up on farm, already had mid controlled. Zeus?
Zeus just comes back. Faker completes his back as the scrap shield will come on in. But 369 will pick up the return.
I would go for a reset, but yeah, Zeus really fumbling on the back of what was a great play, and now we're getting some contest over these grubs, but Zeus isn't here to back up.
That is going to be one of them taken by T1 as Cream moving on in. He will have to go back to his soul, which could mean a 3 versus 1, make it a 4 versus 1. So T1 is sort of left in the lurch. He kind of knew it was going to happen, still has his flash, and is going to be taken down. Did get one of the grubs though.
You can feel how much these two teams want. It feels like we're playing a little bit of catch here.
Top Esports have some more to show us as Carrier moving towards that top side. Gumayushi has to cleanse and does move out of the way of the True Shot Barrage. Ona in the area. And Fate's Call actually employed very early on. Jackie Love looking for those Mystic shots. Doesn't connect. It is now Faker trying to avoid Cream, who does do a fair bit of work. Still has to take. And that is a lot of power. This Jackie Love Mako bottom lane is formidable, but they are playing so well here in this game. As Ona moves on forward, Cream, of course, can just snap back to that unbound soul. As flash forward, okay, T1 going to be the target, and he's going to return the favor. They find Faker just by himself after the buy overextends, and T1 on about 50 health just walks away. Still, Ona is able to do some battle, but he will.
Dan the Cassante as Ona's calling for another pass.
Yep, Faker looking for Cream here as the unbound soul does come in. The charm's going to connect, but Cream playing this one out pretty well for now. True Shot Barrage just picks the gap between the two T1 players, but Cream's just fine.
Cream's been playing that charm, and now Top Esports pivoting to Dragon here. T1 not in position to contest. We'll see what soul comes of this as we're 1-1 apiece. This is not going to be the same type of game with Grubs where there's a Tristana in a side that can add that charm. And now Top Esports pivoting to Dragon here. T1 not in position to contest. We'll see what soul comes of this as we're 1-1 apiece. This is not going to be the same type of game with Grubs where there's a Tristana in a side that can absolutely run away with the game. And at least T1 pick up the consolation prize.
Yeah, they're going to be able to head on over there. Oh, now might be Mako getting caught out as Zeus is moving on in here. Does have the equalizer up and available, and Mako, he is not going to get them to use it. Never mind! There goes the equalizer, and they had to invest a couple.
Thought maybe just to be able to survive, but it's kind of showing the power of this T1 composition with his pick potential, and this is a pretty long fight.
Yeah, the Rend has to be used. There's the flash forward from Jackie Love. He lines up the Mystic shot. Oh! Manages to tank the turret with the bending towards the mid lane. Gumayushi, though, will get some free time with this bottom outer, thanks to the extra grubs.
Well, even with no objective online.
And the fact that they're just going to get this tier 2 bot, it's such a huge influx of gold. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous as Mako throws out the ulti, looks to interrupt Ona as he walks his way in, but the teleport from Zeus should mean this bottom laner going down as Mako able to walk his way out. The Foxfire is enough to do it though as Faker picks up another one. The Rift Herald is taken there in the meantime, so Top Esports
going to easily allow them to snowball a fight. I think Top Esports should really be cautious and ask themselves, do we even need to contest this dragon?
Faker's TP almost back up as well. 369 just used his, so if this goes on for much longer, he will be able to join in as this Rift Herald will crash through. They're going to try to take out this turret. Big win here for Top Esports. Great neutral contest into turret take.
Yeah, going to be the dragon fully taken down. They did manage to deal with the minion wave, but you can't kill Shelly that quickly. And so she will be helping out. T1 taking a fair bit of damage, though, as Ona gets back over the wall. Equalizer, they're all lined up on top, and now the barbecue begins. The ultimate out there from Cream is decent. Still hit by the hostile takeover, though, as he flashes away. There's the cease and desist as Jackie Love looks to try and get himself out of it. But once again, it's his flame spitter that's doing all the work.
The wall nowhere manage to escape, and they decimate Top Esports. The cleanup is decisive, the tower take is there, the dragon as well, and T1 making it clear there's a lot of fight left in this series.
Yeah, you get a turret, but it's going to be at a heavy price because it means you're so far up there. When the turn comes through from T1, you've got to play respectfully around all the ults, all the engages, the CC, the layering that can come
from Cream, but there's the follow-up from Gumayusi. He gets slowed down though, and that is very important for keeping these Top Esports members alive. But this time, it's T1 that control.
Should be Dragon out of this guaranteed, but they want even more. They're going to grab this inner here in mid. Good true shot here for JackeyLove to kind of chip away at this minion wave, but it won't save the turret. It won't vision control over the Baron. There's no way they can rush over for a trade. T1 kind of have this one locked up in terms of both objectives. It's essentially checkmate. Top Esports could try to flip the Baron, could take a crazy risk.
Suffocation here, and not wanting to make any risks on this map as Mako possibly caught out. There's a handshake. He puts up the door. He's soaking a lot of damage, but Faker dives in. He picks up Tien, who does have the twisted advance to try and get forward, but Zeus, it's once again the barbecue, and Faker is taken down. Trees on top of it. JackeyLove dies off the back end. Faker, he even had the bailout available. He was never going to die, and that is a clean ace for T1.
Such a decisive victory from T1 to bounce back on this one. Age comes through. They connect on every single target. 5-0 ace, looking to end the game here.
Mako has to check. They have no vision. Somebody has to go in. If they don't, the Baron is lost. They walk right in to this chain CC composition. The snipe from Zeus with the equalizer, and T1 are going to equalize this series.
Yeah, and that is stomp after stomp, but on other sides of the rift, ladies and gentlemen, as the Nexus goes down, we have an even series.
To blow out in the bot lane.
My biggest concern here for Top Esports is that we're moving into a world where Faker has agency. You know, he had agency on the Ahri last, and now we get to see it realized here on the rift. Karyaguma top side here.
Oh. They've done it 2 games in a row. The little battle, 369 testing himself, and now they're going to get a little bit impatient, not wait for him to come on over. The frost shot, though, is going to stop 369 from being able to walk too far. The handshake, he's going to connect as the slice flash has to come in. Big value.
Some pressure bot.
And you're making this an unfair fight in the bottom lane. Mako here can deter a lot of dives because he is Nautilus, but, I mean, bailout's pretty strong.
There are 3 towards this bottom side, but Mako is going to catch the wall. Gumayusi still has to flash to get himself out of the way, and Mako will survive for the moment. Ona slinking away, and T1 once again thwarted in this aggression. Can guarantee bailouts a little bit easier, but Gumayusi, he does have the battle summoner advantage. The barrier gets to be taken, cleanse into Ash is almost a necessity. And so T1 should be able to get these winning trades towards that bottom side. They're also going to be able to trade the Dragon for some grubs. 3 grubs going over to Top Esports is certainly a good thing, though, especially with this Renekton winning side lanes, and he might be winning even more.
She's going to come from it.
That's what we've been seeing with this Azir Corki matchup these days. There's the Flash Emperor's Divide, though. The Spear's going to connect, and first blood goes to Ona in a blink of an eye.
Not necessarily.
And reset the stack, so suddenly you get a team fight, and his ult might just one-shot someone.
Oh, Gumayusi, he's going to go for the arrow here. Connects it onto Cream as Faker. Not actually going to go for any follow-up because there was kind of no one in the area. It was a cute-looking arrow, though.
It was a flex. It's to show he can do what JackeyLove does.
You've been talking about Wolf as well as another one. But Top Esports are looking at a full turret, and that should be taken here.
Full turret is going to be first break here to go over to Top Esports to this Renekton that's already so massively ahead in farm. You can see this is going to push him over 1,000 gold, the advantage. But bottom side, the Dragon going over may be more valuable here with those plates. We'll see what that soul is going to be as soon as that smite goes down. It's Chemtech. Ox on the fly.
And start it up, and maybe T1 see this as their chance to start a fight.
Faker has TP as he pushes this side lane too, so you can get the turret and still join the fight. There's the timing window.
Zeus moving on in here. You can see arrow at the ready for Gumayusi if they do want to start a fight, but they want to land one of these spears first. Start to connect some of the poke. As 369 moving on in. Cream's there towards the bottom side of the map as well. And he can stop Faker from teleporting over. There is the Rift Tail being picked up by Tien as the arrow is going to barely miss onto Top Esports. And they'll make it out just fine. Emperor's Divide was used here on this bottom side as Faker is going to use the buffed up Honey Fruit to speed his way out. Oh, the Whirling Death comes in as 369 still chasing. JackeyLove is punished though! is just going to execute him. I was watching the picture-in-picture and he just pops.
Oh, it's such bad news for Top Esports, and now they're going to get punished again. 2 members underneath this tower. Remember, T1 has no flash.
Oh, hostile takeover comes on through, and that's going to be an easy pick up. T1, the one in trouble, and Zeus able to tank up that turret so comfortably. They can reset as Cream. He comes in. That's going to mean that Mako at least survives. It's 369 still trying to find some value here. There's the flash from Gumayushi, and he gets himself out, but that flash, a big cooldown next time. They want to collect their soul point. Big one gonna fly by here as 369 wanting to find that flank angle. T1's vision is decent, but the dragon has been started here by Top Esports. Ona off to the side, wanting to stay hidden as he throws out these spears. Jackie Love moving back. See where Gumayushi is going to fire that arrow as Carrier with the information. Handshake now on cooldown.
Fantastic
and the
angle
dragon
for
going down lower and lower.
Just fighting it out slowly.
Yeah, there's the hook finally going to connect there as now Zeus dives in. He finds the Q, and there's the all-out special delivery from the T1 top lane of Etienne. He's going to survive. Jackie Love gets one back, but now Gumayushi is free hitting in the back line, and it's a double kill for Ona. It almost looked okay until it was domination for T1.
Stack's going to get reset again.
Falling down, but thankfully the GOAT's going to be there to help him out.
Yeah, not able to take him down. I mean, it Stack's a
taken here by Ona. That's going to augment that vision even further. Faker able to walk past this turret as this minion wave is getting eaten. And that is going to be another turret to be secured here by T1. Get himself out of there. And as soon as the handshake missed, Cream saw his window and pounced. I really like the aggressive play as he may have put himself out of position. Faker moves in. The Flash Emperor's Divide is going to get the flash out of Cream. That'll be the trade. Top Esports now looking for their second Chemtech Drake. They were able to take the last one. And now a teleport is coming in. T1, they want to get themselves towards Soul Point as the spear almost does it, but it's going to be the secure hook. He's going to connect onto Carrier, but the hostile takeover comes in. The flash gets him out of there, and now it's T1 able to turn it. The flash from Ona almost gets on top of Jackie Love, and it's Faker that finishes the job. Double knockup, but it doesn't matter. T1 crush another team fight.
And the absolute greedy fights they've got. And this Renata, they should be able to win the fight if they play it just right. Faker sitting on 2.5 items, so much damage. And this is post-Baron, so they're able to win the fight on Dragon, albeit they lose it, and then go straight to the Purple Worm. T1, that was extremely risky.
Yash, the Azir, and the Nidalee have so much chase potential as well with their mobility. Once Top Esports start losing the fight, it just goes south very quickly.
And Jackie Love, if he was big, if he was fed, if he had a cash in, maybe he could go toe-to-toe with the front line, but you could see his damage numbers are so incredibly low. He's just so low range, and there's so much engage, there's so much poke as well. And even without Emperor's Divide, you just can't get close enough. It's really
both mid and bottom lane. It might be just this turret falling down as Hex Flash there from Mako just to try and put some fear into T1, but I don't think it's going to stop this tower from being removed. There it goes. Arrow is going to sail by, though, as the Grasping Roots also not finding the mark. Top Esports just losing ground because you can see Zeus, he's able to get some personal time with this inhibitor turret. And that's going to go down exceptionally low. Look at this poke damage as well. As these spears land, like Tien just has to go back to base.
Yeah, the poke's brutal. They try and get a play on a Faker, and he just dashes away, makes sure not to knock anyone else up with the ult from Mako.
Away, and even holds onto the flash.
And I think the only thing that could really come close to costing T1 this game is if they overcommit into like a big Stranglethorns.
Oh, he's going to come through there as it's Carrier that's possibly caught out, but he just kills Mako. He's going to be going down. Yep. And that's Jackie Love getting a catch in.
Like the closest to maybe backline access that he was gonna get. Zeus picks up his third item here as well. He's at the Jack shows for a while now, has Randuin's, so difficult to break through that health bar now. And the Renekton that was massively ahead, a lane bully early on, just ends up to a tank Cassante now with no map control. Again, trying to clear some vision. T1 quick to punish.
Yep. There's the flash as Faker does have his flash available. There was a dredge line there, though, so not going to invest the flash, but oh no, as soon as the volley lands, the handshake definitely lands, and he's not able to get himself out. Mako dead once again.
Yeah, I love how they... Jay's looking.
There's the all-out as Owner is going to dive on forward. 1 versus 3 theoretically here for Zayas as the arrow is going to sail by. Looked fantastic. Emperor's Divide does nothing. Does it matter? I'm not entirely sure because Faker's still going to be able to kill Tien off the back end of it. And now T1 with such gigantic wallets are looking to move towards Nexus turrets now and reach match point here at EWC. Oh man, even that hostile takeover, Jackie Love doing a lot of damage to 369 as Cream able to throw some rockets in, and T1 are looking a little worse for wear. So they'll take an inhibitor turret on their way out. And the game is not over just yet. Teleport coming in. Another possible chance for a flank here for 369. Does he manage to get on top of Gumayushi? That's the question. The flash has to come through. He still had the GA. The Sterix comes down. Zayas is dead. And there it is. He manages to get rid of him. And a quadra kill for 369. Finally, the Croc gets what he's looking for.
With the game state, it's going to feel nice to shore up some of that gold deficit. You might be able to get a Baron out of this one. It's going to be pretty easy with everyone dead on the side of T1. You've got enough damage here. There's no punish, but you still are 3 inhibitors down. The question becomes now, how much can you get done with this Baron? Bounties available here, but you have to push through double super minions in all these lanes. But if you can get and crack that gold out of these outers, there is so much standing money here on the map for Top Esports. If there was going to be 1 inhibitor now responds, so it's down to 1 super minion per wave instead of 2. But Top Esports still have to try to defend this as 369 look at the flank again.
Yep, this time Carrier is going to find him as the arrow is going to connect onto Mako. T1 looking to get rid of the support once again, but he's able to walk it off. The Aftershock doing a lot of work as they're not quite able to get this inhibitor. Cream immediately having to Valkyrie away, and there's the redemption. T1 going to be able to take down this inhib. Still, they want to be able to get the respawning ones, but they're not going to be up again for a little while.
6 minutes from now, when that does all break out, but there is a world where Top Esports could come back to win this. It is not by any means impossible. It's just the super minions, as you mentioned, the 6-man here for T1.
Moving on over. Can he find yet another angle? He's on vision. T1 going to be very happy about that as they look to execute these waves. Top Esports not wanting to let these inhibitors fall down. And that is Chemtech Soul that they have. It's not the biggest, but it is going to offer them that little bit extra here in these.
You can't just give it over for free.
And Zyra is happy to just press the button.
369's caught!
369's going to get caught out of position. He flashes towards Carrier, but he just keeps him at arm's length. And the Crocodile will be taken down to his GA. And now Top Esports desperate to find some sort of retaliation. But there's even an arrow there to be thrown towards him. He's dead too fast for it to actually land. And now Super Minions are in the base of Top Esports. And T1 should be able to at least collect a Baron and then wander down the top lane.
Finally, they catch the Croc. You know, the Croc caught them last time, picks up a Quadra behind him, kill him twice, and that's the end of the game.
Handshake comes in here from Carrier as Cream not going to get hit by the hostile takeover. And so will keep himself alive. The Flash is now down. All the inhibitors going to be down. There is 1 Nexus turret left available. And T1 should be able to get rid of that one as well. There's the knockoff from Dracula, but he cleanses and flashes, gets himself out of the way. Still Zayas gets on top of the Draven, and the Nexus will just explode. T1, match point here at EWC.
1 Rumble ultimate. This setup here for T1's engages, yes, you've got the knockups for the Yasuo, but it's extremely conditional. You lose map.
Gives him enough of an idea as to what's going on here. As there goes the blue buff. Tien possibly out of position though, as Carrier is going to move on over first. Gumayushi and Jackie Love are fighting. No more Blade Caller going to be available. The heal comes in to make sure Gumayushi is safe, and Tien is in so much trouble. Faker's going to come over. That's first blood for Gumayushi, and Arcane Shift gets Jackie Love out of trouble. But T1
so far. And I think a lot of this comes down to the fact that it felt forced. You know, you have this Ezreal Prio, you want to use it, but you're still an Ivern, you know? Maybe with a different jungler, you could have gotten more out of that.
And Ona, full knowledge of what's going on here. Tien not going to be able to land anything, and Ona's going to grab the 2nd kill onto this tree.
for T1, ending up pushing back the Leona. They have full prio in mid, and breaking through this choke point with Keria having level 6 is just off the cards. 369, flashless topside. T1 winning everywhere again, and it's just going to be the Dragon going over uncontested. There's nothing this Ivern can do with level 6. It's not a spike he can
use towards the top side, and T1 already on these grubs. Should be one of them out of this second 3 to go over to owner at least. They might be able to stick around, and 6 grubs when they have so much power in side lanes with this Rumble Yasuo. It's going to mean that these turrets could be really in trouble. There's the 5th and the 6th, not looking like it's going to be contested anytime soon. And from an early game, there was just T1 finding, like, this was at what, 5-6 minutes? And it looks like T1, they were thinking that that might be happening, as the Rift Herald will be started by TES with a lot of people moving up that river. Daisy getting aggressive. Teleport to come in though. As you can see, Faker wanting that flank angle. He's on this ward. They're wanting to find that opportunity. The Glacial Prison does go wide. There's the grand entrance, and there is the last breath to land on the Cream. The flash over the wall. The Corki going to be taken out of the fight, but can they win the rest of it is going to be the question. The equalizer avoided relatively well. The slowdown on Mako, but the health bar on 369 is massive. He goes all out. He's dancing around the fight. His Faker against the shield, and the Steel Tempest will take down 369 in the end. The flash forward from Mako, the desperation, but the feathers are there, and so is Jackie Love. He's dashing forward. He's trying to find these low health bars. There's Guma. He's flashing the triple kill for Jackie. Make that a quadra. And Top Esports are back in the game.
Huge team. Didn't have the resources for Jackie Love, and he just thrives there. And now Triforce finish won't be far away from Manami, and those spikes we're talking about approaching. See though, if they want to contest this Dragon, the T1 have started up.
Yep, Hextech already getting taken down here by T1. And Tien showing that value like we were asking him for in that last fight.
T1 have 2 Dragons in the bag, but it would be... wait a second.
Yeah, Owner's not going to be able to find the knockup.
Yeah.
Able to get himself out of the way.
It would be huge if Top Esports get it, but also just the Cinders, the extra ability haste for Corki and Edge can be so massive.
Yeah, Solar Flare coming on through. That is going to be Cream teleporting on top of an equalizer that was put down for the minion wave. All out comes in. Carrier just quickness to make sure that everyone's chopped, but the double Q will connect. 369 likely to go down, but they'll take a 2-for-1 any day of the week in this game state.
He also denies the kill there from owner, meaning that Carry is going to pick that one up, so walks out from the Sejuani. Faker will get a turret here in exchange, but it is going to be a turret for turret. First brick going, however, to T1.
instead. Sorry, that was a play T instead.
Yeah, still a squishy Ivan. You know, nothing's changed there.
On a 9, but he always gets there in the end.
Yeah, you just don't know which part of the order you're up to, right? Faker going to get rid of this top outer turret, and they're not out of the woods just yet. As T1 going to utilize this Rift Herald, try and get some work done on this outer turret. Should be able to get a charge out of Shelly. And the turret ripe for the taking, but isn't going to be giving...
To continue to group like this and essentially 4-1 with Zeus, because without map control, this composition will fall apart very quickly, as Keria is making a big risk here. Will get out with his life.
Well, really, it's a pretty fun way to get towards a Demolish proc as he sidesteps the True Shot Barrage. Gumayushi very dangerous around that fight.
And now Jackie Love can play up aggressively in mid, start to harass with the poke, and T1 want to find an engage to stop it from happening.
Yep, Solar Flare is going to come on through here as Daisy's going to get knocked up. Faker goes in with the ulti on to Mako, who's taken out by the Sejuani of all people. Zeus off to the side with that equalizer. Doesn't do a massive amount. They've got the item spikes that did come in. Zeus on a flank angle is looking pretty scary as well. If they can get behind the tree line, so to speak, that's Tien's going to put up. This could be big, and there it is! Tien already taking so much damage, the redemption comes down, but it doesn't let Jackie Love. He dies in the blink of an eye. They traded for the Rumble, though. 369 still trying to get out of there as Gumayushi trying to chase through, and Faker is able to clear up the rest of them. They didn't even need the Xayah in the fight, as it turns out, as Cream is going to die. Gumayushi comes in, some casual auto attacks, and who cares about Dragon when you can kill a purple worm?
And what we idea there for the follow-up. The engage is flawless for T1.
When your Rumble is this far ahead, forget CC setup for the Ezreal. Just assassinate him. And that's exactly what they did. Drop the equalizer, press the flame spitter, down goes the Ezreal. We've got an AD carry, you don't. And the Yasuo is just so tanky with this.
B coming in here from Fit. He's just back again.
Better type vibes as the equalizer does go down, and Jackie Love, he wants Arcane Shift over. He needs to, but he's still dead. Faker is going to put his sword into him. And gold lead is going to be further pushed. It's only 1,600 on the Baron play so far. As okay, that's an aggressive move as Carrier once again taking matters into his own hands. Doesn't even go down as they've taken one for now. This might be an opportunity though. They're all out, but Ona, he is out. He's just going to walk away from it. The frontliners just kind of limping after that, but that's all they need to do. As T1's push is at least going to be stopped. Featherstorm, and Kumiushi just throws the feathers at him and he dies.
And at this point, T1 are just outplaying Top Esports every time.
2 fights in a row have been extraordinarily good. Bit of a trading places there with Ona as Daisy's being very frustrating, but this turret is not long for the world. And T1, they have that sieging tactic of put down a whole bunch of fire on the floor, and you can see Top Esports respect it.
You carry
Himself out getting the information here, but Top Esports immediately remove those wards. All 5 members grouped up, they're looking for the goat. Faker not going to give his back to 369. There was a solar flare, lands onto 2, and there is the Q. It's a follow-up. Going to be enough. Carrier says absolutely, and then gets himself out of there. Faker could be in trouble though, and Top Esports stand their ground because Kumiushi, he just wasn't there for that one. It is only 1 kill though for now, and they do send Cream home. So a 4v4 here in this mid lane as the action ends.
They're looking for more, though. They want to take out this turret. Bounty's up, only 2 minions here. Teleport to keep it alive as they really want this turret gold.
Yeah, they should be able to get it as well. Cream keeping those minions up, and with
this amount of pride, this amount of vision control, you got to leapfrog those brushes forward as Top Esports. Give Jackie Love a position to carry. Carry will be spotted on this flank, but it may be too late.
Yeah, Kumiushi out of vision. Carrier is going to walk over that control as this dragon is going down low. The ulti is going to go wide there from Ona though, as you can see 369 looking to keep Carrier out. There's the Infernal Soul though, and the equalizer is phenomenal. The grand entrance from Carrier once again as Faker is going to flash on top of TN. The all out comes through from 369, but he's just dead because now there's a Xayah in the fight. It's a clean ace, and T1 are looking to take their last nexus of EWC.
The team fighting is excellent. The target selection is supreme. T1 have ramped up over the tournament and are looking to end this game.
Such a great flank from Carrier spotted, but this team is in position to follow up. No one can punish him. And the Rakan with a grin on his face is going to get it done.
The Nexus will fall, and T1 will be your first Esports World Cup presenting League of Legends.
These were some of the best moments from the matchup between T1 and Top Esports during the grand finals of the 2024 Esports World Cup. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.